Welcome back to the LFG Cast, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 3, the Christmas episode. Now, I know we took a little bit of a week break. I was sick. I came down with a really bad cold. I lost my voice for a good half of the week. I still sound a little bad. So, but if you hear me like have to cough, that's why. So, what we're gonna do. Merry Chrysler. So we're live on Twitch right now. If you guys on the podcast wanna see how this is filmed, I'm gonna be trying to do a little more of these like live action recordings. So I'll be sure to leave the link in the description of the podcast. You guys can check it out. But otherwise, if you're watching on YouTube or you're live on Twitch, and if you guys want to see more of this, make sure to comment below. With that being said, this is the Christmas episode here in the United States. It is currently December 19th. I almost said December 12th. That was last week, brain. I'm so tired. Okay. It's okay, brain. I still love you. Anyway, excuse me. So, Christmas is Wednesday, my dudes. So, we're gearing up for Christmas here. And what better way to celebrate Christmas than not only by giving, but by eating food. Now, yes, I try to eat healthy. As I've been talking about, I'm eating chicken and rice currently. But I do enjoy the holidays. And at my house becomes the fucking entire Keebler Elf village on Christmas. Why? Because my grandma makes literally 20 different types of Christmas cookies. And I'm never going to complain about that. So I wanted to do this episode and focus on that, talk about some of our favorite holiday foods and holiday desserts, and it's just stuff we generally only get to eat around Christmas time and stuff like that. We'll go into some of the stuff that gets put on the shelves, like at the stores, and then we'll do, hopefully we'll get some stuff. We'll do a two-parter. What's your favorite thing to buy around Christmas time, like candy-wise, or like cake, or like eggnog? And then what's your favorite thing that gets made? And that's going to be it. So if you guys are in chat right now, you have two ways to answer. You guys can pop into general chat over on Discord, and I will pull you in one by one, and then we'll just, we'll go, and you guys can give a little spiel about, what's your favorite. If you do not have Discord, you guys can leave your favorite things in chat, and I will make sure to get to them. So, before we start taking the viewer responses, I wanted to talk about something that Christmas is always nostalgic for me. And when I was young, it was always about the presents, and we always had family coming over. Now, I'm Italian, so when it comes to Christmas Eve, we eat. We have what's known as the Feast of Seven Fishes. And if you're not Italian and you have no idea what that is, it's literally in the name. We don't eat meat on Christmas Eve. So Tuesday is no meat. So like no turkey bacon for breakfast. No, like none of that. No chicken. All fish. All fish. So what we do is on Christmas Eve, we'll put out like chips and dip and crackers and cheese and, maybe some pizza rolls and stuff like that. And then what we'll do is for dinner, we have a pretty like I said, 7 fishes. It's a pretty robust course. So we have some nice Italian bread. We'll get typically what we get right now is it's called a banelle, and it's kind of like a big round Italian loaf that's sliced. And then we get what's called a bastone. A bastone is a little more oblong, and it's cut into thicker chunks and stuff like that. So we'll typically have that with some bread. Our first course on Christmas Eve is, we call it spaghetti-aioli, and essentially what it is just regular spaghetti, but there's no, tomato marinade, there's no great Italian gravy, there's no sauce, it's just spaghetti cooked in, it's got some clam juice, it's got some anchovies, it's got some, I'm trying to think what else it has. It's got basically those two things, and we just put grated cheese on it, and we just eat it like that. That's our first course. And then we have the 7 fishes. Now, when my grandpa was alive, we used to do a little bit more. We've kind of cut it back because it is a lot to make, but we have fried flounder, we have fried scallops, we have fried shrimp. Then we have shrimp scampi. Then we have, we call it scungil. It's written out scungili, but the dialect I grew up on is we call it scungil. And what that is conch shells. And if you don't know what a conch shell is, it's that shell you always see people hold up to their ear and they're like, I can hear the ocean. Yeah, scungil is the meat that's inside that shell. So we eat that. And then when my grandpa was alive, we would make calamar, which, for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying because of the accent I use, calamari. And we also had, he would make mussels with like a tomato marinade over on top. And this is delicious. Let me tell you. It is delicious. We got the cocktail sauce. We got the tartar sauce. The fish is fried. It is buttery. It's a little greasy. The scallops are cooked perfectly, and they're giant scallops. Oh my God. It's the best. And then dessert, we kind of don't eat too much on Christmas Eve. We have a couple cookies Grandma bakes, but we really try and save that for Christmas Day. So now Christmas Day, we're allowed to eat meat again. So we'll put out, again, chips and dip. We'll put out mini hot dogs. Sometimes my grandma makes these things. It's like puff pastry, and it's filled with ricotta cheese, and it's filled with mozzarella cheese, and it's filled with like pepperoni, and she deep fries them, and they're so good. If she makes them, I'll be sure to be posting pictures on my Instagram and in the Discord so you guys can see that. So we'll have like that. Well, that'll be our finger food, right? We'll have some olive bruschetta. And then what we'll then eat is we really only have about 2 courses on Christmas Day itself. It tends to be a smaller dinner. We'll have the Italian bread again. And we'll start with a big plate of antipasto. And what antipasto is, it's almost like an Italian cold cut platter. It's got salami, it's got gabagool, which, for those of you who don't know what I'm saying, capicola, we call it gabagool. So it's got salami, gabagool, vinegar peppers cut up, sweet roasted red peppers. If we can afford it, extra sharp imported provolone. Now this is important. You want that sharp provolone because it cuts through the fattiness of the salami and the gabagool. And you put provolone, I mean, I don't know why they put it, this is why I would put it on there, is because you've got all that salt, you got the salty meats, you got the tangy peppers, and you get just the fat richness from the cheese itself, and it's just, so good. We do green olives with the pits in them, we do black olives, and then we do green olives with pimento peppers in them. And then we drizzle a little of the pepper oil on top, a little anchovy juice. You know, we sprinkle it with a little of the vinegar pepper. It's delicious. What I like to do, typically, I'm streaming. Okay. I was just like, I'm not even recording, but then I remembered I'm streaming, so I can just take the VOD, and I'm recording my audio right now. So we're good, chat. We're good. I thought I had a big brain fart. I thought I was going to have to stress, but we ain't stressing no stress. Because it's Christmas. It ain't Stressmas. No matter what the internet tells you. So anyway, what I like to do with... I should keep that in. What I like to do with the antipasto is I'll take a nice piece of the bread, right? And then I'll spread just a little bit of butter on top, right? And then I'll take the salami and the gabagool and the peppers, and then I'll take some cubed up provolone, and I'll put sometimes I'll eat it like that, like an open face, or sometimes I'll take another piece of bread with butter on it, and I'll make like a little antipasto sandwich. Oh man, it's so good. Then after that, we have our main course, which is manigots or manicotti. So we have that. My mom makes Italian gravy, and if you don't know what Italian gravy is, some people call it sauce. We call it gravy, and typically you call it gravy because a gravy is a sauce that meat has been cooked in. So the reason we call it gravy is we fry the meatballs and we fry the sausage until they're browned on the outside, but not cooked all the way through, and then we put them in the gravy to finish cooking. That gives it all its flavor, and that's why we call it gravy and not tomato sauce. So, from here on out in the future, if you ever hear me call having macaroni and gravy, no, it's not brown gravy. No, it's not white gravy. It's motherfucking Italian gravy. All right. So we have manigots, which is just like, it's just pasta that's like rolled up, stuffed with ragout, and it's got like gravy on top. And we make meatballs, homemade meatballs. We make homemade sausage, and we make homemade brujol. And if you don't know what brujol is, I'm so sorry, and I feel a little bad for you. Brujol is like this nice cut. It could be like pork or beef, and it's flat. And we do sometimes, it depends. You stuff it with cheese and like garlic, and you wrap it up and you tie it in a knot and you pan sear it in the gravy pot before you put the tomatoes in and the garlic. And then you add it back in with the gravy, and you just let it cook through. My God, when it comes out, you cut the butcher's twine off, you slice it, and it's got that cheese pull. Oh, it's so good, dude. I'm literally getting hungry talking about it, and I just ate a bowl of chicken and rice, and I'm probably gonna get more chicken. So that's typically what we have for dinner, typically a 1-course meal. And then and dessert is we go big. So we have all the cookies grandma makes, which if I could rattle them off, she makes chocolate chip, peanut butter blossoms, which are peanut butter cookies with a Hershey Kiss on top, spice cookies, gingerbread cookies, sugar cookies, shortbread cookies, let's see, butter cookies, chocolate butter cookies, these little pecan tartlets, love knots, which have anise in them, vanilla strips which have icing on top, almond crescents, walnut crescents, this cookie called, we call them rugulas. They're like little crescents that are rolled, and on the inside is like syrup and raisins. I think that's what we're at 15 now. And then she makes, I'm trying to think, she makes strufalas, which, like the proper Italian word for them is strufalis. They're like little round deep fried balls. You just cover them in honey and sprinkles. My God, they're delicious. And she makes those on Christmas. I think that's it in terms of cookies. I think. Oh, and she makes these things called snowdrops, which are like little shortbreads with like jam in the middle. So we have all those cookies. Then she makes Zaples, which if you don't know what Zaples are, again, I feel so bad for you. Go to an Italian feast in like your town or a neighboring town and get Zaples. They're literally just balls of fried dough smothered in powdered sugar. So we have those. And then we have usually like a bowl of assorted nuts and grapes. And this year we're having cheesecake. So that's pretty much what I eat on Christmas. And that's the nostalgic part for me. It's not so much the presents. It's the decorations, and it's grandma's Christmas cookies. And it's the Feast of Seven Fishes. And it's eating all this food with my family. At least in terms of home cooked stuff. Store-bought stuff, Reese's Trees. I mean, any holiday where you can get a fatter, thicker peanut butter cup, get that shit. Reese's Trees, Reese's Bells, the red and green M&Ms, the little Hershey Kisses, like all this stuff. It's just, that's the nostalgic thing for me, and it's because it's something that I was always around. It was the food. So what we're going to do right now is, because we're getting in on time a little bit, this episode's actually going on pretty good. we're gonna open up the comments for chat. So everyone in chat, if you guys would like to tell me what your favorite food is, go into Discord right now, hop in the general voice channel, and I will make sure to pull you into the sanctum, and you guys can just tell me there. If you do not have Discord, leave me in chat your favorite homemade thing to eat on Christmas, and your favorite store-bought thing to kind of buy and eat on Christmas. So yeah, let's do that, and you guys go ahead and hop in general chat whenever you guys are ready, and I'll pull you in. I've got Discord up and live, and we can just go from there. Yeah. Oh, we got our first boy. We got Hell's Purge. Hell's Purge. Welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Hi. Ooh, give me a sec.
I should mute the stream so I can actually differentiate.
Let me turn you down a little bit.
All right.
You're good. I'm just lowering you on all the other ends. Okay. So, what is your favorite thing homemade wise to eat during the holidays?
It's gotta be cranberry jello.
Cranberry jello.
Yeah, it's
do tell.
Strawberry jello with cranberries in it. I mean, I know normally like cranberries is more like Thanksgiving, but it's something me and my mom would make, and she continues to make even though I moved out, which is great.
That is bang, dude. That sounds delicious. Where, like, I gotta try that one day. So do you get fresh cranberries?
I should turn that down, probably.
He's having technical difficulties, chat. Bear with him, please.
Oh no, I'm running an infected game right now, and I'm doing it completely in the deaf, so this is gonna be interesting.
So you get fresh cranberries?
Yes.
So you just make like boxed strawberry jello, and then you add the cranberries while it's cooking, and then you cool it with the cranberries in it. Okay. Now, do you serve anything with it, or do you eat that by itself with like some whipped cream or Cool Whip on top?
Normally by itself, but sometimes with a Cool Whip.
Okay.
But that's normally what my little brother does, and he's weird. So.
Have you never tried it?
No, I'm not really big on like Cool Whip or
whipped cream.
Ready Whip. Yeah.
That's fair. If you get the chance to make fresh homemade whipped cream, I would highly suggest and recommend you try Jello and whipped cream. It's a combo that you've got the tartness from whatever Jello you're using, and the creaminess from the whipped cream just balances it out. It's really good. So if you're against Beast, hop into the general chat and I will pull you in when Purge is done. So get into the Discord general chat voice channel and I will pull you in. Highly recommend if you can, if you're not a fan of store-bought whipped cream, I recommend making your own. It's really just heavy whipping cream and sugar, and you just beat that shit.
I don't know what it is about store-bought. It just seems really like watered down in a sense.
Cool Whip, well, it's because Cool Whip is made differently than like canned whipped cream. Depending on the canned whipped cream, it's not that it's watered down, it comes out different than homemade because it's in a can, you know?
Yeah.
So I haven't made it, but I would love to make fresh whipped cream. Okay, so that's your favorite thing to make or to have made for you. Yeah, no problem, Beast. Just go into Discord and go into the general voice channel, and when Purge is done, I will pull you into the inner sanctum, and you can tell us what your favorite food is. So, what is your favorite store-bought thing?
Store-bought wise, I guess it'd have to be anything that involves peanut butter and chocolate.
So you're a Reese's man, huh?
Yeah.
Now, Are you the Reese's Tree guy, or do you like the little Reese's Bells, where you can pop like 5 of them in your mouth and feel only just a little bit bad about yourself?
No, I'm more of the person that will go onto Amazon and buy like 4
Boxes.
1 pound
Oh my
Reese's
God.
that come. It's 2 cups and they're both half a pound.
Yo, speaking of that, Cassie bought me for Easter last year. She bought me a 1 pound. They call it a Reester bunny. It is a giant bunny filled with Reese's peanut butter. It's still in my fridge because it's so fucking massive, and it's. But, all right. So, you are a. Hold on. Why are we in general chat? No. How the fuck did we get in general chat?
You went there, so I followed.
I must have clicked on it by mistake. Shit. Don't just hang tight, Beast. I'll pull you in soon. All right, so you're a peanut butter guy. Now, is it only No, you're good, Beast. It was my fault. You're totally fine. You can hang there. Now, is it specifically Reese's, or like do you not care if you get like the Palmer little things with chocolate and peanut butter, or like the Ruffles
No, I don't mind
Stovers?
at all.
You don't give a shit. It's just anything chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah, I'm not picky.
You would like Grandma's peanut butter blossom cookies then. They're literally
I'm
peanut butter
pretty
cookies
sure.
with just a Hershey Kiss on top. And they're soft and chewy. So you get like a buttload of peanut butter in your face, and then you get just like a smooth little wave of chocolate. Oh,
Sounds nice.
I know, you're making me want cookies, but I'm actually still hungry, so I'm probably going to eat more chicken. Maybe we'll make a cookie appearance tonight.
Hey.
But yeah, thanks for coming on, bud.
Not a problem.
I would, you know what? This isn't really a streaming centered podcast, but because you're part of the LFG network, and I know that you're a streamer, is there any place you wanna shout your shit out and let people in chat and people on the internet know where to find you? Any and everywhere?
For Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, not that I use it much, mainly just for ranting about work, but all of that should just be Hell's Purge, and it should have a little chibi dude in a hoodie with playing cards covered in blood.
Nice. Is there any underscores?
I think for Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, in between Hells and Purge.
Is it underscore?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure if you guys find him on one platform, his socials will be linked to all of his others. So yeah. So thank you for coming on, Purge.
Not a problem.
You have a good night.
I will.
All right, Beast, you can hop back in the general chat. I told you can hang out there, and then I would pull you through. So get your butt back in here. You could go in. You weren't in. I have 2 chats set up. So I have a locked chat, which you need permission to come into. That's the inner sanctum, aptly named. And then I have a general chat that anybody can go into. I accidentally walked into the general chat, but you're totally fine. So we're gonna. What's up, bud? No, come back. What's up, bud? Hi. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So, thank you for calling in to the LFG Cast, where we talk about everything
No
lifting, food, and gaming related.
Yes, sir.
This is the Christmas episode. What's your favorite thing? Let's start with, since we started with homemade last time, what's your favorite thing to buy, food related, around the holidays?
Alright, thing is here, I don't really buy food, I just eat the food, whatever there is at my Nona's house. So, yeah, I usually just eat cookies, like, for dessert. I don't really like to eat any cake or anything.
Okay, so, but like, if you could go into the store around Christmas time, and you can go to like the Christmas candy aisle, what would you, like, would you get, you know, the Reese's trees, or would you get like the red and green M&Ms?
To be honest, man, I would probably get like the red and green M&Ms.
All
Probably
right.
just because I like M&M's, and also I would get like the Reese's since I like the Reese's in general.
All right. All right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm sending a message to somebody who wants to play Modern Warfare with us tonight. So we'll have a little bit of a squad. Okay.
That sounds good.
So red and green M&Ms. My mom and grandma have bowls of that stuff sitting out once the holidays hit. So
Damn, that
it's
sounds good. Then.
it's hella dope. Okay, so
Yeah.
now what's your favorite thing? It doesn't have to be dessert.
Yeah.
Mine just happens to be dessert. What's your favorite homemade thing to eat during the holidays?
To be honest, I don't even know the stuff that I can't even tell if it's like homemade or not. But I can tell you one thing: the cookies that I eat on Christmas Eve, my dad's aunt usually like, makes it on Christmas Eve and brings it to my nana's house, and then I just eat like a lot of them since it's so good.
All right. What kind of cookies are they?
I mean, just like regular cookies, like with frosting on it. I can't like really tell how it
Are
is,
they
but, like,
are they round?
Yeah, they're like round shaped.
Do they have
It's like
little sprinkles on them?
yeah,
We call them love knots. They've got
Yeah,
almost
I
like
think-
a licorice taste to them.
I don't know like if that's the term to use, but like, it does. It's just like regular cookies, like with sugar and all that.
Yeah,
It's
they're love knots. They're made with anise. Yeah, they were at your graduation.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. Those are love knots.
Yeah, I usually like eat those like on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day if there's any, cause they're like one of my favorite treats to eat. Besides like all the other desserts there.
Yeah, dude, those are dope as shit. My grandma's made them, but she hasn't iced them yet, so they're just sitting naked in a tub somewhere in her living room, waiting to be iced.
Yeah, that sounds good. Wait, can I
But,
explain what I do for Christmas Eve on my nana's house?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. We'll give a little extra. Let me look at the time we're running on. All right, you got. If you could do it in a minute, you could do it.
Alright, so here's what happens in the beginning. So I arrive to my nana's house, blah blah blah. So first thing she serves out, it's shrimp with some type of sauce, but in general, I don't really like seafood
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm just not interested in seafood. So it's just shrimp and some type of sauce in the beginning, and then we just bring out like all the like other types of fish, and yeah, we just eat like a lot of food there without like no meat, like you just said, like no meat on Christmas Eve, and then next on Christmas Day we get to eat meat again.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, the
That's
feast
all
of the feast of seven fishes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on, bud. Hope to
Yep.
hope to do this again sometime. All right, so this is maybe the longest podcast episode yet. We're almost at 30 minutes, boys. I know we got to trim it down a little bit, but still. So, thank you guys so much for coming in and sharing what you guys love to eat during the holidays. For everyone listening over on Anchor or wherever you listen, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday in the upcoming week. I hope you guys eat a lot of good food. I hope you guys enjoy the time with family and company. And I just want to say thank you for listening to this podcast and joining me on the beginning of this fantastic journey. If you guys are watching on YouTube, the same goes to you. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and you share it with your friends. If you're watching on YouTube and you like this podcast, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We do an episode every Friday morning, audio-wise at 8 a.m. and video-wise usually happens the following day or so. I'm working on kind of hopefully automating that, but I'm a one-man show. If you guys liked the live version of this podcast, if you guys like me bringing people on, please let me know in the comments somewhere down below or tweet at me at ThePhantomKingX. Otherwise, I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. Have a Merry Christmas. Have happy holidays. Have a happy ass New Year. And don't forget to lift, feast, game. I'll talk to you guys later.